Khrushchev, on the 29th of September 1959, made a speech at the United Nations. Oh, it's so interesting when you look up things on Google and the stuff that has been taken off and removed. Incredible. You can look up something on Google and it's not there, or it's anti whatever you're asking. You can look up something on Brave and they'll have that as well, but they'll have other things that you're actually looking for too. So a friend sent me this speech and I thought, wow, that needs to be shared, I need to evidence it. So I got onto Google. No, it's not true, he was never in the UN on that date, blah, blah, blah. So I got onto Brave, and a website called InsideNova.com came up, explaining that it was correct. He did give this speech. So I then researched Inside Nova, and I could find nothing but reports about how accurate their news items are. So from my research, this is accurate. I'm just putting it out there. From my research, and I've done quite a bit this week, I believe this to be accurate. I'll read some of it. 1959. Your children's children will live under communism. You people, he said Americans, but we're the same, are so gullible. No, you won't live under communism outright, but we will keep feeding you small doses of socialism until you finally wake up and find you've got communism. We will not have to fight you. We will so weaken your economy until you fall over like overripe fruit into our hands. Democracy will cease to exist, which has already happened, when you take away from those who are willing to work and give it to those who do not want to work. So, how do you create a socialist state? Here are the 8 levels of control. This is the recipe he gave. 1. Healthcare. Control healthcare and you control the people. And don't we know it? Don't we know it? Because people are scared of stepping outside of the system. I might lose my healthcare, I might lose my pension. They've got us. Healthcare. Poverty. Increase the poverty level as high as possible. Poor people are much easier to control and won't fight back if you're providing everything. So you've got the dole, you've got the healthcare. Really? How can I step outside that system when they are providing what I need to stay alive? Debt. Increase the debt to an unsustainable level. That way you are able to increase taxes and this will produce more poverty. Well, aren't we seeing that? Every time you get your rates, they've gone up. Land is being taken from people. Won't even go there because it's such a huge issue. Our people closer to Mackay, in the closer outside regions with large properties, their rates have gone through the roof where they have to sell what they've got. Food has gone up. Everything has gone up in price. Cost of living. It's a deliberate ploy by the government to make it just too hard for us to live. Gun control. It might be a little bit controversial for some people, but they have removed from us the ability to defend ourselves from the government. That way we are able to create a police state, which is exactly what has happened. We know Port Arthur is a farce. Yes, I'm putting it out there. We know it was a farce, and it was the way of getting our guns off us. Don't need to go any further with that subject. Welfare. Take control of every aspect of their lives. Food, housing, income, because that will make them fully dependent on the government. They've taken control, all right. The prices have skyrocketed. Our food's being poisoned. The rain's poisoned. They're putting chemicals in the rain through the chemtrails. They're poisoning our water. You know, we're not saying anything that we can't evidence, Our food is being poisoned. And let's not even go with the vaccination/vaccinations. Won't even go there with what's inside those. So yeah, they've taken control of every aspect. Education. Take control of what people read and listen, and take control of what children learn in schools. 1959. Do you know what? In my last couple of years, or my last few years at school, there was so little time given to teach tables and spelling. Grammar really didn't come into it much at all, but some of the English units that I was expected to provide, and science and so I don't think I've ever said this publicly, they were just ridiculous. I didn't understand the questions. I'm the principal. It was so, and I actually would say to the kids, look kids, here's the unit, I don't understand what they're trying to do here, we'll just rewrite it so we can all understand what's going on. And that's what I did. Religion. Remove the belief in God from the government of schools, because the people need to believe in the government knowing what's best for us. Remove God, he's out there, he doesn't exist. We can no longer pray in schools. We can no longer give our oath of allegiance. Well, the oath of allegiance is gone anyway, but God has been removed. You used to be able to quote from the Bible. Bibles were in every classroom, and you were by law, allowed to read the Bible to the children. Imagine if the teacher pulled out and read a chapter or a psalm every day to the kids. Not allowed to do it. And class warfare. Divide the people into the wealthy and the poor. Eliminate the middle class. This will cause more discontent and will be easier to tax the wealthy with the support of the poor. And that's exactly what's happened. I know when I was a kid, I wasn't aware of it at the time, of course, but looking back, there was a high middle class, upper middle class and lower class in society as far as wealth goes. And there were things about that weren't right too. I'm not saying that was perfect, but the middle class, it's just you've got money or you haven't. And the whole thing of what they're doing to us is actually horrendous. So I'm going to finish with the same thing I say most Saturdays. Coercion is not consent. Governments don't rule by force. They rule because we comply. We the people comply. It's time to stop complying. We need to join together. And again, what can I do? Said 26 million Australian people. We can change our country. We must stand up. Stand up. Be brave. We're at war. We're at war from the comfort of our own homes. And that's why some people can't see it. Stand up, join in, and let's make our world a better place. Thank you for listening.